This is Chandler Waller for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and today I'm delighted to be joined by British and Commonwealth welterweight champion Chris Jenkins over on a Zoom call today. First of all, foremost, Chris, how are you doing?
I'm doing right, mate. Yeah, just getting by, you know. These lockdown it's just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, just on lockdown, obviously, how are you finding it?
It's not really. Obviously, I miss my routine. Like, no, I'm usually up in Cardiff, where I'm based with Gary Lockett and the boys. I'm usually up there 4 or 5 days a week, on the road. But I'm doing bits and bobs around the house, training wise and stuff. But it is difficult to actually get the good proper training sessions we need to get in. But I'm lucky where I live. I'm doing little road runs roughly 3 times a week, maybe 4 times a week, and I'm doing, when the weather's nice, out the back. Then I've got a little scaffolding set up from a local company who come up, Andrew Morrow. He come up and set me up little hanging things so I can chuck my bag up.
Yeah, that's really what I was going to ask. Like, what sort of training can you do? Because obviously you're not going to be doing sparring and things like that. But what sort of training are you able to do?
Well, today now, yesterday I had off, just one of them things. But now today now I'll probably do a little 5-6 mile run today. And then I think rain is forecast for the rest of the week. So probably just run all week until it gets back sunny again. So then I get out the back and check the bag up and just do some circuits on the bag and stuff. Just keep in shape, but not keeping in fighting shape.
Yeah, I mean, is that sort of what Gary has advised you to do, or like, has he been suggesting specific things that you can try out at home?
No, not really. I think it's the lockdowns affected everyone. Gary, he'll expect us to keep up our fitness. Going running and stuff, like the boys in the gym, like Nathan Foley, Meredith. I know them boys are still training. I don't know much what he said was. I think he's just in love, so I don't think he's training much. Yeah. But I think he just wants us to train, just keeping reasonable, Nick.
Yeah. I mean, you've been working with Gary for some time now. Like, how has that link up benefited your career, do you feel?
I think we linked up when I lost against Nurse back in 2015. I just said, fancy to change. Things were going good in my old gym. Just different things. So, but he's made me realise that I'm no knockout artist. Yes, I can fight, but I can get cut easy as well. So he's just really brought out my boxing ability better. So I'm showcasing how good I can actually box and try not to get cut, but it seems to happen often now with the heads clashing and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not necessarily implying anything here, but just, it's not to say that you weren't a confident fighter before, but do you feel that he's sort of increased your own confidence in your abilities? I remember
most definitely. I know where you're coming from here. Yeah, I think it was the night before I boxed Johnny Garton for the British title, and we was in Wagamama, and I just said to him, like, God, you know what? I can't do this. I'm not good enough. And he was like, look, I've told you, and I've told you many times now, you're good enough to do it. Just believe in me. And, the belief that he put into me, I think it's paid off. I've gone up a level as well. And, I do feel confident wherever I share the ring with any fighter.
Yeah, I mean, last time that we spoke, we were sort of talking about pushing on towards word level, that you were having more confidence and that you would be able to move up from the domestic level and chasing that dream of becoming world champion. Having said that, like, what was the sort of decision to take the rematch with Johnny Garton?
Well, after the first fight, we obviously boxed last year. I don't know when it was, but I said after the fight, love the rematch and stuff. But then we got offered the Gallagher fight. So I thought, well, let's take it. I've always been a fighter that's not scared to travel. We went out there. I thought I was up a lot more than what they give the points. But then obviously I had a clash went in, and I went to the scorecards, and I was still 1 on points. But you know, and then obviously the Taylor situation, the fight then was deemed a draw due to the head clash again. But then, Frank Warren, I'm signed with Frank. Johnny Garton signed with Frank. So I think it was in their best interest for me and him to fight.
Mm.
And with me being, I just fight anyone.
Yeah. Is it sort of a bit of your worry, like with your last two contests where it's sort of been a cut and things like that, where it's had to stop it short? Is that like a little bit of a worry for you?
Yeah, it is a worry, to be honest. But when you're in the ring, it goes to the back of your mind because you've got the job to do. But, you're always worried about getting head clashed and stuff. But it's boxing, you can go out there now, I can go running out later and I could get knocked over, That is always on your mind, isn't it? But it's just got to get on with it.
Yeah.
That's what Gary keeps telling me when I get cut. You've been cut before, get on with it. And it's like, cheers, guy.
In regards to your fight with Johnny Garton, like, who do you feel like there's more pressure on? Obviously, he's had the sort of the Conor Benn one has really like been a fight that's been mainly linked with him. You've got the titles and you've got to defend them. Who do you think there's more pressure on?
To be honest with you, I don't really know. Like, I thrive on pressure, I think it's kind of like when it comes to Johnny now, it might be his last shot before possibly retiring, because he has been talking about retiring with a family, but then I've also got a family as well. So, it's obviously the pressure's going to be on me because I'm a champion. I'm defending my belts, and the next fight's going to be a nice payday with Conor Benn being mandatory challenger. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'll come on to Conor Benn in a little second. Just to still obviously stick with the Garton fight.
Yeah.
What are you expecting Garton to do different in the rematch, if anything?
I think he's just going to be a lot more head movement, a bit more pressure, and he's going to raise his game, because he said that it was a bad performance on the night, or whether I just boxed up my skin. We don't know, but I know I'm going to raise my performance as well for the rematch, and it's going to be it's going to be an entertaining fight like the first one was, but I'm most definitely going to come out victorious.
Yeah, I know you don't like to make predictions on your own fights or state that you're going to do something specific, but is there a part of you that sees the benefit of defeating Johnny Garton in sort of a more dramatic fashion?
Yeah, I think we've shared the ring for 12 rounds. There's going to be another 12 rounds now, possibly less. I know what, after watching the fight, I watched it a number of times now, and I see what was working for me. So we'll try to add on to that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the moment, during this lockdown, we can't really work on anything. So but I think it's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, definitely look forward to it. And that's still going ahead for the Dubois-Joyce undercard, isn't it?
Well, yes, it's July the 11th at the O2. But with all this is going on, who knows? It could be September, could be October 11th. We just got to wait, because I think the NHS is under enough stress. Me getting cut, having to use NHS services possibly, or maybe a fighter like Dubai and not fighting, and one of them could possibly get hurt. I don't think the British Boxing Board of Control want to put any more pressure that's already on the NHS. Yeah.
Well, that's the latest statement, isn't it, from the board, that they obviously don't want to do anything prematurely. So it is a bit of a worry. Like, is it in your mind that it doesn't really make a difference to the situation if you were to get cut, but if it was to be behind closed doors, I think they're going to be the first few shows. Like, would you be open to that fight being behind closed doors?
Yeah, most definitely. At the end of the day, we've all got to earn money as fighters, but whether it's the grassroots just coming through, or whether it's just the Central Area Champions, or whether it's the boys like the British Commonwealth. Like I'm holding, we need to earn some sort of wage, because we don't fight, we don't get paid. So I'm open for that. But as long as you can get in the gym and we get enough you know, it's only fair to have the right amount of time now back in camp before the fight can go ahead.
You've obviously mentioned him already, mandatory for the titles that you currently hold. Fairly recently, Conor Benn has shown interest in a clash with you. And I know you won't want to really be looking past the fight with Johnny Garton, but is that a fight that you're definitely interested in?
Most definitely. He's a big name, isn't he? You know, anyone mentions his father's name, you know, he's a legend in the game, a legend in the sport. Ferocious fighter, come forward style. And his son's emulated him now as well, isn't he? Come forward fighter, gets dropped, he comes back. You know, it's a fight I'd most definitely take. I'd have to take anyway. But, you know, I can see his slight weaknesses in what he does. I think I can most definitely capitalise on him. And probably, you know, I'm not saying I'll stop him, but I'll probably give him a good boxing match.
What have you made of Conor's career so far?
To be honest with you, I haven't really watched much of him. I seen him when he boxed. I think as a Finnish champion. I think it was, wasn't he? I don't know what. I don't last so much I watched boxing with 3 kids in this house. I've seen him. You know, he's an aggressive, come forward fighter. He's dangerous. You know, he bows in with punches. His head comes in behind, but you know, he's got 2 hands, 2 feet. You know, when he can get beat.
Yeah. How do you think a fight between the two of you would play out if you were to meet, as far as your styles coming together?
I think I'll just be the boxer, and you'll be the aggressive box fighter. And I think I'll just have to showcase my talents, really show good I am as a boxer, simple as, and you know, just show to him that it's not all about wham bam, thank you, ma'am. But it's actually an art, boxing is, and you know, that's what I'll do.